It's time to talk about my life, your life, our life here at Lifestyle 101, Life as a Student Leader, ang hotspot space para sa inyong mga kwento. I am your host, Maddie, ready to give you tips and stories for your ears. So, before we proceed to getting to know our guest for today, let me give you some hint kung sino ba siya as a student leader. So, she was the Student Executive Council's first year level representative back in 2023, the auditor last 2024, and now the president of Student Executive Council. So let's welcome Bea Talarayatne.
Hi guys!
Ayan, hi naman tayo sa mga bedista.
Hi mga Bedista! I am Charlene Beatrice Artalerate, but you mostly call me Bea. So, I'm so excited to be here right now.
So, aside from introducing yourself to our mga kabitista, tell us a bit on how long you've been serving as a student leader.
As we've mentioned, I started back when I was first year. So since 2023 talaga. And up until now, I'm still active with student leadership. So, ayun, thankfully, that people, mga betisay, bumoto sa akin. So, hindi
Yes.
naman magyayari yun without you guys. So, ayun.
Yeah, because knowing Bea since senior high school, she was like really, really active with school,
Yeah.
school activities, and so on. So, pumunta naman tayo sa journey mo as a student leader.
Okay.
Ano yung naging inspiration mo to run like back in first year and now president ka ng Student Executive Council?
Okay, so I just want to kwento a little bit background kung paano
Yes,
ba
gusto
talaga
ko rin
nag-start.
malaman yun.
Kasi it actually started when me and my friend actually tried to communicate with our seniors sa international studies. Nagsabi ko, ano kaya pwedeng mga applyan? And I remember nung time na yon, visa was finding a first year level representative. So initially, yun talaga ang a-applyan ko. However, the friend I was with, yun ang gusto niyang applyan.
Okay.
So, we talked it out sa senior namin. Tapos, shout out to Ate Ray. Hello! Kasi siya talagang nag-push sa akin. Sabi niya, why not try Student Executive Council? They're finding first year level representative din. Tapos, the one thing that really stood out to me nung sinabi niya yun sa akin is that, alam mo, ang mga international studies, wala pa silang representatives sa Student Executive Council. So I was like, oh my gosh, baka ito na yung sign na mag-apply ako. Kasi I really also wanted to be one of the representatives ng international studies sa SEC.
Yes.
So ayun, that's how it really started.
So, as a president ngayon, ano yung typical day mo? Like, genuinely, I'm so curious kung paano ba yung day as a Bea Talarayatne, the president of Student Executive Council, paano yung day mo?
Actually, sobrang hindi ko maintindihan din minsan yung routine ko. But kasi ako, I really work in a routine. Kasi important sa akin na naka-routine ako. So basically, inuuna ko talaga yung ACADS ko. Kasi early in the morning, I have my classes. But before the classes starts talaga, of course, I am a daughter.
Yes.
Nagsa-start everything sa bahay. So, pag gumigising ako, of course, chores muna. Kasi yun na yung little bawi ko sa mga sa parents ko na I'm helping sa house. And then, I go into my class. And usually, our class starts ng 7:30.
Yes.
Ang aga. Tapos, sa lunchtime, doon na ako nakakapag-sec work.
Ayun na.
Oo, kasi 30 minutes kain yan. Tapos 30 minutes ulit, tingin ko ano mga kailangan gawin for Student Executive Council, what are the things that I need to work on, tapos delegations. And then, after that, usually, hindi pa ako umuwi after class. Doon na kami nagmi-meeting all together with my other Student Executive Council. And, ayun, ganun na nag-end yung day. So, gabi na umuwi. Tapos, umuulit lang yon.
Yes. Alam nyo, mga kabidisa, nakikita ko siya palagi. Like, every after school, ang dami niya pang ginagawa. And nagsistay siya sa school until gabi para lang matapos yung mga school works niya, especially in Student Executive Council. So, another question is, aside from being the president Ngayon, paano mo nababalance yung pagiging student leader and yung social life mo? And may I ask, di ba, you're also a football player, right? So, paano mo siya
Yeah.
nababalance lahat?
Okay. So, with our futsal, with my futsal journey, right now kasi I've taken parang hiatus with it since nga nag-president na ako. Feel ko
Yes.
kasi hindi nakakayanan na I'm going to wake up 5 a.m. or I'm gonna wake up earlier than that for my 5 a.m. training. So right now, hiatus muna ako with that. But to answer your question, it's mostly because I really value my routine.
Yes.
I feel like that's a way na I can balance everything because hindi naman pwede na puro school lang, to be
Yes.
honest. Here in college, you will still have to have fun. So, ang nangyayari sa akin is really academics ang first talaga.
Yes.
Pag natapos na yon, and I really like to do my academics days before the deadline. Yun talaga. Ayokong nagka-cram kasi pag nagka-cram ako, naiiyak ako.
Iyak ka.
Naiiyak ako. So, before the deadline, dapat 2 days before the deadline, matapos ko na yon. Tapos, after nun, that's when I go to my work na din sa house. Binabawi ko talaga yung sarili ko kasi I'm mostly inside school.
Yes.
So, as much as possible, when I'm home, I do my chores, I help with what I can help. Tapos kapag nasa school na ako, that's where I can prioritize yung Student Executive Council works. Which is, kasi to be honest, mas matagal ako sa school kesa sa bahay.
Sa bahay, yeah.
Kaya doon ko na lang binabawi na lahat ng kailangan gawin for sec sa school lang. Tapos kung anong kailangan sa bahay,
Sa bahay
assignments
lang.
and my chores sa bahay lang. So, ayun.
Yes, hearing all of those na sinabi ni Bea, ang daming challenges. So, pumunta naman tayo sa pinaka-challenge mo. Like, ano yung mga challenges na face mo? Not just as a president, but as a student talaga. Like, back in, like, starting sa pagiging first year up until now.
Okay, what are the challenges? Grabe, ang dami.
Yes, ang dami.
Hindi ko alam kung saan ako mag-start kasi parang every year, hindi talaga, like every event, talagang may nangyayaring challenges. Pero I think one of the challenges na nafe-face ko when I became student leader is yung pagkukuha ng trust sa mga tao.
mga tao.
So that happens ng election week.
Yeah.
I think one of the challenges talaga ng isang student leader is yung election week talaga. Kasi yun yung dapat talagang binubuhos mo yung sarili mo.
Effort.
The
No.
effort. Kasi I'm inside the party list. So, ang training namin with that, umaabot ng hanggang gabi talaga. And nakakasama ko si Madie dyan
Yes.
before. So, hindi talaga maiiwasan na you would just really, break down. You would just like have to cry it all out. Feel ko yun talaga yung nagiging challenge sa akin before kasi may emotions tayo.
Yes,
So,
of course.
talaga pag dumadami na yung workload, doon ko talaga parang, grabe, bakit ba
Parang,
ako nandito? Yun talaga yung lagi kong question sa sarili ko kapag rumarami na yung workload. Like, why am I here? Kasi, I mean, yung mga challenges na kapag nangyayari ka with execution, kapag sa events, it's something na madaling mas solve. Pero yung sa sarili mo, na parang, kaya ko ba talaga to? Pinasok mo to, ngayon hindi mo kayang panindigan. So feel ko yun yung pinaka-challenge ko as student leader is yung self-doubt ko before with myself. And of course, hindi din naman maiiwasan na when you're in events, syempre may maraming tao na will really criticize you.
Yes.
Will criticize your work ethics, yourself, and sometimes it goes on to personal na.
Yes.
So, isa din yun sa mga challenges when yung mga words na sinasabi ng mga tao sa'yo, you really have to pick, kung ano lang yung papakinggan mo, kung ano lang yung kailangan mong talagang i-recognize. Kasi kapag lahat ng negativity, you take it all in, kawawa ka. Like, you will really see yourself na madadown ka eh. So, ayun, that is something that I see na naging challenge ko as student leader.
Yes, so narinig nyo naman, di ba? Hindi madali ang pagiging
Yes.
student leader. And yung position na meron si Bea before, up until now, talagang pinagpaguran niya, right? As in,
Yes.
personally, nakikita ko yon. So, it is really something na as her friend, naging proud kami. I mean, ever since naman, we were so proud of her. So, going back, ano yung something na-realize sa sarili mo na, being a student leader pala, it changed me as a person. Kasi, looking back with your experiences in senior high school up until now, ano yung mga naging nagbago? Ano yung mga iiwan mo lang sa senior high and dadalhin mo as a college student, as a student leader, now that you're in college?
I think one thing na natutunan ko as a student leader is to really be flexible.
With time.
Because as a student leader, you'll have to juggle a lot. Concerns ng isang tao, concerns with an event, your personal concerns. It's going to be a lot. So you will really have to be flexible. You will really have to, build yourself as a flexible person. Kasi ako, before talaga hindi. Sobrang nahirapan ako nung first year level representative ako na I have to do this project, tas I have to do this.
Kaliwat kanan,
Oo,
yung
at
project
saka
proposals.
Maraming projects na hindi mo alam kung saan magsa-start, hindi ka marunong talaga.
Yes.
Kaya you really have to start from scratch. Kaya doon ko natutunan with my mentors, with my seniors before then, na kapag mag-student leader ka, you really have to be flexible. And kasi hindi din pwede na pagpapakita ka sa student body na you don't know any informations, you don't know the exact time, the exact instructions. So, kailangan din talaga na maging active ka. Kasi, nung senior high din ako, a little backstory din, hindi ko din nakita yung sarili ko na flexible akong tao. Kaya hindi din ako ng parang major roles nung senior high ako. Nung first year ako, doon ko lang talaga natutunan yung grounds on how I can be flexible with my work, because it's also important that when you're flexible, you get to communicate it with other people. So, ayun, that is something that I really want to stay up until lumabas ako dito sa Beda.
Makagraduate
Yes.
ng Beda.
Oo.
So, ito naman, gusto kong malaman, like, alam ko madami kang memorable stories, pero ano yung pinaka memorable for you? Yung as a student leader,
Ay, okay. Sige. Memorable for me, pero personal experience ko to, Ito kasi, recently to nangyari nung graduation. There was this one girl, senior ko na siya, pero hindi ko kasi siya kilala. So,
parang narinig ko na yan.
Yeah.
Okay,
Narinig mo na
okay,
to.
okay.
Kasi stinori ko siya.
Okay, go.
Tapos, sabi niya sa akin, like out of nowhere, I was just helping them sa, pila. Tapos sabi niya sa akin, Bea, congratulations sa pagiging president. Sabi niya, thank you for, I don't know what's the exact word, pero thank you for applying to be our president. Tapos, doon ako parang napatuloy.
Nag-melt yung heart natin.
Oo, kasi, I mean, kahit naman na ilang years ako, like, sa student, being a student leader, ilang years na ako with it, sometimes you will really have to, you will just have self-doubt. Yun na yun. So, yun kasi yung mga time na yun. Kasi, syempre, transitioning into presidency, nagtatanong pa rin ako sa sarili ko na, kaya ko ba talaga to? I mean, do I have impact on other people? Like, tama bang binoboto nila ako? So, hearing that from a senior na you don't get to interact with, and parang nakikita lang kayo sa campus, nagkakasalisihan lang kayo, but having that kind of reaction from her, thanking me.
Yeah, especially na senior na,
Yeah,
no?
oo. Parang sabi ko, grabe, oh my God. Parang, maybe this is really for me.
Tsaka iba yung appreciation ng mga ibang tao.
Yeah, tama
Kasi
yan.
iisipin mo as a student leader na nakikita ba ng tao yung mga efforts ko as a student leader.
Yes.
And in return, ayan, diba?
Oo.
Even if graduating na yung senior na nakita niya sa graduation practice or graduation mismo, talagang iba yung feeling kapag na-appreciate ka ng tao, especially seniors. So, going back, how do you think na-impact yung role mo as a student leader to the Badan community? Like, ano yung tingin mong talagang naka-help ka sa Badan community?
Okay, so one of my platforms talaga is to help our
Para
athletes.
oo.
Yun talaga kasi since I started as an athlete, I really wanted to, boost them
Mhm.
to see, kasi I saw the things that they needed and I heard them. So yun talaga, yun in the process, first year pa lang ako, I really created programs for them. And that's one thing na I am really passionate about, na something na I see that I created an impact with, because when I'm trying to hear their stories or when I try to helping them when nagkaroon ng calamities, doon ko nakita na sabi ko, okay, so I can really see my passion on helping others because nakahelp ako dun sa first talaga na gusto kong matulungan, which is the athletes. And then, together with the Student Executive Council kasi, yung mga kasama ko doon, they're very hardworking. As in,
Yes.
like, kung hardworking ako, nagagawa ko din yon is because of them. Because I have people around me who really supports and who is really, driven na matulungan ang student body. So, every event na nakakakuha kami ng comments na, you guys did great, ang ganda ng execution, and ang ganda nung come out nung event, doon talaga namin nakikita na malaki pala talaga impact namin as student leaders. Kasi you will really have to know na hindi ka lang student, leader ka din. And yung ginagawa mo for the student body, it really, impacts a lot of people in a way na they would be more enthusiastic coming to school. Ala, may Santo Niño na, magbe-prepare
Oo.
ang Student Executive Council. Sino kaya magpo-perform? Ano kaya yung mga gagawin? So, doon talaga ako nakakuha ng parang feedback talaga na malaki talaga ang impact ng isang student leader, and despite the challenges, talagang makakakuha pa rin talaga tayo ng, ng mas magandang story with the challenges that we've experienced as student leaders. So, ayun.
Yeah, yung platform ni Bea, grabe yung impact niya to other people, especially sa mga athletes. Like, when I heard about your platform nung nag-run ka, like, pa-start pa lang, like, pa-run ka pa lang, it is something na talagang na-highlight for me kasi ang dami kong naririnig na yung mga athletes, talagang need nila ng support from
Yes.
us. So, yun yung something na, okay, she is a good leader. Like, she is improving. Like, I know na improved na yung pagiging leader niya, pero as time goes by, talagang lumalaki yung platform niya for the Badan community. So, eto na, even if gusto ko pang pag-usapan, yung pagiging student leader mo, one last question.
Okay.
What advice would you give to the aspiring leaders?
To those, okay, matagal ko ito
Ulit,
pinag-isipan
ulit.
eh. To those who are, who wants to be a student leader, who is inspired from the leaders that we have right now, not only in the Student Executive Council, but also our Council of Student Leaders, do it scared. Yun na yung isa ko talaga na parang tumatak talaga sa akin as I'm, transitioning, as I take on new roles. Do it scared. Because I think yung sarili mo lang yung nagda-doubt eh. I mean, dun, nasa-stop ka eh. You can limit yourself, but don't limit yourself. Do it scared, guys. I mean, ang raming mga possibilities when you try something new. Ako, I started na I don't have, any backgrounds
Experiences.
talaga na sa mga events and all. Pero lahat kasi yon natututunan mo as you go along the way. So you don't have to really worry na, hala, baka i-judge nila ako ganito. Baka hindi nila ako iboto, ganon. Guys, just try. Just do it scared. Kasi walang pipigil sa'yo if you really have the drive, if you really have confidence on yourself, magagawa at magagawa niyo yun.
Yeah. So, ang daming, ano ba to? Mga messages ng ating president. Pero, bago natin i-close yung episode na to, if there's a statement you want to leave to the Badan community, what would it be?
Oh my gosh, a statement. Nag-do it scared na ako eh.
Do it scared. Ano pa kayang isa?
Okay. I really want to emphasize to the college or to the incoming and to the college students na I hope that you create or to be to be a part of a community, to find yourself inside our campus, kung ano ba talaga ang mga niche mo. Mag-explore ka. Kasi I think that's one thing na kinakatakot din ng mga students na baka hindi sila okay for this one, baka hindi sila fit for a specific role. Pero I suggest talaga that you guys explore the possibilities inside the campus. Again, this is a training ground for us when we go to the real world. And it is important na, of course, may ginagastos din tayo sa ating mga sa ating tuition. So, isulitin na yung tuition and to be part of the organizations. Don't be scared na baka i-judge ka. Just do it, try. If hindi nag-work sa inyo the first time, do it another time. Do it to another orgs. Kasi ang raming organizations ngayon na binibuild tayo inside Sanbeda.
Yes.
And definitely, I can really say that you will find what's yours. And when you find it, stick to it. Build yourself through it. And if you want to add more, then it's fine. Mas maganda nga yun. So, ayun, that's something that I really want to leave our Bedistas na explore college, explore the things that you can explore inside your community. So, ayun.
Yes, and to also add kay Bea, college is really something na dapat nating look forward.
Yeah.
Diba? Kasi grabe yung pagiging college. I mean, it can be draining, it can be stressing for other people, but at the end of the day, college is something na magbibigay talaga sa inyo ng experiences, right? So, to wrap things up, finally, like ito yung pinaka-final na wrap up. Thank you, Bea Tulariatne, for giving your time na ma-interview ka namin for this. So, say bye and thank you to our mga kabidista.
Bye, guys! See you around the campus.
Yes, lagi siyang nasa hallway. Makikita niyo siya. Daming paperworks. And that wraps up our talk, mga Bedista. I am your host, Madie, and see you next episode.
Bye, guys!